Hi guys, Angie here to talk about my personal experience with the gastric sleeve procedure. I had a gastric sleeve procedure done on September 9th, 2016. Today is day 126. I am down, I started my weight loss journey May 15th, 2016 on my own, doing low calorie, adding exercise to my life. And from May 15th to surgery date of September 9th, I lost 41 pounds. From September 9th to today, 126 days later, Friday the 13th, I'm down an additional 45 pounds, bringing my total weight loss to 86 pounds. So I'm very excited. I'm down, I think, 2 pounds from last week, so I'm happy with that. I wish it was more. I always wish it was more, but it's not. So today's topic, the thing that I've been thinking about this week is, I talked about 2 weeks ago about alcohol and addiction, and that's very valid. And today I want to talk about kind of an aspect of that, and is your emotions. I have found with my weight loss journey, my personal weight loss journey, that emotions and how I deal with emotions has to shift. I don't know if you're watching this and you're thinking about getting this procedure done, or you have had this procedure done and you're in the process with me, if you find that you were an emotional eater. I never really realized before how much life in general revolved around food. You know, when something great happens, like my husband, when I hit Wonderland, when I got down under 200 pounds, and my husband was so excited because I was so excited. It was a big goal for me. And he said something hilarious. He said, "How do you want to celebrate? Do you want to go out to dinner?" I was like, no. No, I don't want to go out to dinner to celebrate being under 200 pounds. But that like kind of hit home, and that's what we do. When something wonderful happens, somebody has a life milestone, you go out to dinner, you eat. And the flip side of that coin is when something bad happens, at least for me, I tend to comfort eat as well. My grandmother passed away in April, just before I started this journey, and we were very, very, very close. And I don't want to cry. We were very close, and so in April, after she passed, early April, and until early May, I probably ate my body weight in cookies and potato chips and macaroni and cheese and pizza and french fries and just whatever, because I was depressed. I'm still depressed, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not over her passing. But in that time, you know, when I was still just living a carefree, whatever goes life, you know, I was eating a lot because I was sad. And that's the thing with weight loss surgery, or even if you don't have weight loss surgery, you're just changing your life, you have to find a way to deal with your emotions, whether they're happy, celebratory emotions, or depressed, sad, or boredom, or whatever emotions, in a different way that doesn't revolve around food and putting something in your mouth to feel better. Because like for 5 seconds, that food in your mouth tastes great, but then you swallow it and it's gone forever, except for on your hips, in your butt, in your belly. So that is a big deal for me, to figure out a way to deal with my emotions in a different way that isn't food. And that's been challenging for me. I find that I'm grumpier more often. My husband teases me that sometimes I'm grumpy because I'm hungry, and that's not actually the case. I don't know if you been sleeved, or you're thinking about being sleeved, I'm very seldom actually hungry. Like, oh my gosh, I need to eat something because I'm starving. That's not actually the case. But my head, I've talked about mindless mental eating, and that's kind of the same thing. Is it's so easy when you're depressed to just eat something to feel better. And so that is something that I've actively been trying to figure out. I know that I've talked about in past videos that I've started smoking more. I do that, which is not a healthy way to deal with my emotions. And I tend to sometimes, when I'm anxious, over exercise. Not in a, I guess it is a bad way if I'm doing it because I'm anxious. It just happens to be a healthier outlet than food or smoking or drinking or something. But I do find that when I'm feeling anxious, I'll, go for a walk or go for another run or whatever the case may be. So that is something that you need to think about. That's, again, a good thing that some of the insurance companies require that 6-month mental health component. I think that is so valid and so important to talk to a professional, because, we're, as bigger people, we're doing it for a reason. Like, even skinny people can appreciate that a Hershey candy bar tastes good. They just don't have 5 of them. A skinny person can probably appreciate that, a yummy, greasy, cheesy pizza is really good. They just don't eat the whole thing by themselves. Maybe you don't, but I did. So, yeah, I think that that's important, is to realize that dealing with your emotions is going to become very, very raw and very real once you have weight loss surgery. At least for me it did. Maybe it won't for you, or hasn't for you if you've had this procedure. I just feel like, and I also feel like that's why so many people regain. You watch videos on YouTube or talk to other people who've had weight loss surgery, whether it's the sleeve or the bypass or lap band, and you hear these stories of girls, crying on these YouTube videos about weight gain. And I hope, please, Santa Claus in the North Pole, let's not do that video for me. I hope I never do one of those crying, here's why I regained videos. But I feel like that has a lot to do with people getting stressed out with life, because life is stressful, man. Money, family, friends, all those things, they're all stressful. It's finding a way to deal with life in general, I guess is the right word, in a way other than feeding yourself bad food. Maybe I was absent that day in school where they taught the proper way to deal with your emotions that didn't require overeating. I might have been skipping school that day because I didn't learn that lesson. And it's something that I'm dealing with right now. It's, it's hard. I for the last 20 years, when I'm depressed, man, get me a fucking pizza. That'll fix it right on up. A long, stressful day, damn it, let's just order out. Something bad happens, let's just order out dinner. Screw it. I'm too busy right now. Let's just order out food. And let's face it, ordering out food is not always the healthiest. I don't care where you're ordering from. It's not the healthiest than if you were doing it at home and preparing your own meal. So that's what I want you to think about this week, is how to deal with your emotions, happy, sad, or indifferent, a different way than using food. And that's what I'm working on. I'm working on, like I said, my husband says I sometimes can be grumpy because he thinks I'm hungry. But the truth of the matter is I'm grumpy because, maybe I'm stressed out and I can't comfort eat, so it tends to make me just fussy and yell at people because I'm frustrated. And that's not a great way to handle it either. That just makes everyone angry with one another. So I haven't actually achieved how to deal with my emotions other than not well. So that's something that I'm actively working on, is trying to deal with good, bad, and different emotions in a positive way that doesn't include food, like a normal person. Like, there's plenty of people that deal with their emotions without eating food. I need to hang around some of those girls or people to figure it out. So that's what I'm working on. I do also, like I've mentioned in past videos, believe that bigger people such as myself have issues with addiction. Clearly I was addicted to food. I was addicted to how it made me feel. I think I read somewhere that the endorphins in your mind are the same whether a woman eats a chocolate candy bar or she has an orgasm. I would probably agree with that. So, you know, I think that, you know, dealing with your emotions and doing it in a healthy manner that doesn't mean you become addicted to something else. Like I said, addicted to alcohol, addicted to drugs, addicted to smoking, like I'm doing, addicted to sex, whatever. But that's what I want you to think about this week, is being mindful on where you place your addiction and how you handle your emotions that don't involve food, and doing it in a healthy manner. So that's what I'm dealing with and what I'm struggling with on day 126. Total of 86 pounds down since the beginning of my weight loss journey. Again, May 15th, 2016. Sleeved on September 9th. I still have about another 50 pounds I would like to lose to get to my goal weight. I'm 5'2.5", 5'3". So I'd like to be between 130 and 140. That's my goal. And on a side note, this past week I increased the distance that I'm running. I am now regularly running a 5K every day, which is, in case you don't know, 3.1 miles without stopping. Thank you. I am so proud of myself. No one's chasing me. The zombies aren't catching me. I mean, I'm slow. I'm faster than the zombies, but I'm slow. When I started running 2 miles a day, I was running about a 16-minute mile. Now I'm running about a 14-minute mile. Yesterday I did a 13-minute mile, so that was exciting. One of my goals, if you remember from my goal video, is to run a 10-minute mile. I think I'm going to sign up for a 5K next month. So of course my goal will be to run it and not stop and not die. But I'm really excited. So I'm going to stand up so you can see what I look like. I'm wearing the compression garments on my arm, and the shirt that I'm wearing is a large girl. It's a large. The shorts are 16. Again, I'm still having issues with extra skin on my arms and on my inner thighs. Everywhere else seems to be doing the right thing, snapping back where it belongs. Other than my poor last week birthday balloon boobs are deflated. There may be a boob lift in my future. I'm just saying. Okay, so I'm going to stand up so you can see what I look like. Okay. So again, this is a large shirt and size 16 shorts. What I look like. I love, you can see my waist. I love that. I don't mind having a little bit of hips. I just love that look. So there I am from the side. I still got my belly here. I'm working on it. And there I am from the back. But this is what I look like at 194 pounds. So I'm really excited to be where I am today, and I can't wait to be even smaller. So see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend, and yeah.